Hello everyone. In this session, we will see on how to create a knowledge record and take it all the way to the published state using the ATF. First, we will start creating a knowledge record in draft state and then fill in all the required information such as knowledge base, category, short description, and then save the record. Next, I will be clicking on the publish button, which will automatically trigger the required approvals. Once approvals are generated, we would be running a server-side script to fetch the approver name in the next step to impersonate. After that, like I'll be impersonating the approver, opening the approval record, and then approve the request. And finally, I'll be opening a knowledge record to verify the workflow has been transitioned to published state after the article approvals are done, and then finally verifying it is in the published state. Now let me create a test for that. First, I'll be creating a user with the role of knowledge. This user will be used for the creation of the knowledge record. The next step would be navigating to the create under the knowledge application in the left navigation. For that, I'll be using the step navigate to the module, which is under the application navigator. And must we have to select the option like standard one among the templates that are displayed on the screen. For that, I'll be using the custom UI step, which is click component. Okay, now the standard form is open. Next step is to fill in the details on the knowledge record. For that, I'll be using set field values under the form category. Okay, so provide the category to, which can be anything among the options available. And the next option is to save the form. For that, I'll be using click on UI action. Form submitted to the server. Make sure the details are in and it is successfully saved. Now, once the form is saved, then the user will be able to see the publish button. Next, I'll be clicking on the publish button using the same one. Click on UA action. Okay. So far, we have added the steps to open a knowledge record, use the template, and then fill in the details and save it and then publish it. Now the approval record might have been generated. Next step is to query, is there any approval record generated or not? For that, I will be using the step record query under the server category. Table name is approval table. And here we will give field approval, and then we can pass on this SID from either step number 5 or step number 6. Okay. Now next thing is like system will be validating at least there is one record. And if we have a record, next step is like who is the approver of this record. For that, we need to write a server side script, which is in the server category, run server side script. Okay, let me save this one so that we can get. Okay, this is all information. Let me remove this one. This is where we will add in the script. Okay, we need to also this is side of earlier step. So let me duplicate this one. Okay, first step is like we are creating a class of the approval table, and then we are next step is like we are getting trying to get the sys ID of the record from the earlier step, which is storing the approval record sys ID. Next, this is I paste it here. Next thing is like in the outputs dot record ID, that is the output variable available for the run server side script, and we are passing on the details of this gr record approver, which is the sys id, to the record id output of this step, so that the next step will be taking the input from this step output. Along with that one, we are also setting the test result, also test message. And if everything is successful, we are returning the value as true. Or if it is not in the way which is intended, then we need to set the result accordingly. And then value will be returned as false. Okay, let me save this step. The continuation of this one is next step, impersonation of an approver, where we will take output from this record. And then next step would be opening the approval record, which we have already queried in step number 7. And then clicking on approve button on the approval record. Okay. Now the approval is done. Next step is to open the knowledge record and verify if the workflow has been transitioned to published state or not. For that, click on open an existing record. Your table name should be knowledge. And then we are verifying the field values. Which is workflow. Okay. Now our implementation is done. Let's see the execution. We run the test. We see the knowledge record is created and standard template is getting selected. Field values are set. And if we see initially, the record is in the draft state. Okay, now if we see, there is a different name which we haven't hard coded anywhere. This name is given by the server side script which pulled out the impersonator name and where the record was opened and it has been approved. Now the knowledge record is getting open and we can see after the approval is done, the workflow has been set to published. Let me go back to the result. Okay, so this is a server side script that you have written. So if we see, the script has already executed and even the step that we used, set output message, that will be used to send a message to the step and even to the next step. So this is what we all have for the publish workflow. Let's get connected in the next session. Thank you.